Porcelain Legionnaire. So it's similar to the Lukey deck we've been seeing on Magic Online, if you follow Premier events at all.
Yeah, alright, so Josh leads off with a turn 1 Ghoul. It's a 1 mana 2/2. He's going to bash in for 2 points of damage. Comes into play tapped, as does the Messenger, but it's not that bad. Let's see if Josh has a turn 2 follow-up play. That's the one problem with these black decks. A lot of people are saying their 2-drops just aren't really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make a good 2-drop out of these decks. I've seen people play things as bad as the 2/1 Intimidate in lists online. Things like that.
That's what he has in his deck. The Highborn Ghoul.
Oh, he does have the 2/1 Intimidate.
Yeah. So, Josh just passes the turn. Personally, I'm not a fan of Josh's deck. I really like Liliana, and I don't really like the 2/1 Intimidate guy. I kind of like the Black Cat a bit more if you were playing with Lords, like the Zombie Lords, but he's not. So
and also with like Mortar Pod and things like that.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe Josh will prove me wrong, and his deck will be very solid.
There's one thing about you know, I don't know how many people are really willing to take the risk of having a Black Cat in their deck.
Yeah,
it doesn't really bode well for the rest of your tournament, you know.
Okay. So Kurt decides to play his 4th land, and I think he's got a fistful of counters.
Yeah.
Is that correct? So
and like a Snapcaster.
This would be a traditional Delver deck, although he has the Grand Architect in there.
Yeah, I mean that's something that has been seen like a lot on Magic Online.
Okay.
Especially recently. It's a Lord.
Yep.
Your team. It also lets you curve out. It's really good with Sword and War and Peace, and I think these decks are all going to be adopting that.
Okay.
So
now
it would make sense.
I think Josh must be sitting on a fistful of removal because he didn't want to play his Bloodline Keeper. He probably felt that Kurt had a Mana Leak in his hand, so he might end a turn try to use some of his burn spells.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he's going to go for a burn spell on that Porcelain Legionnaire on Kurt's end step.
And hope Kurt actually counters it.
Yeah, if Kurt counters it, then he gets to, you know, haymaker Kurt with something big like a, oh, no.
He doesn't have anything.
It's not have anything.
That's why I like Distress in like these like black decks. So you could actually not have to, you know, play around counters. Alright, Arc Trail. He's going to do 1 damage to the Porcelain Legionnaire and 2 damage to Kurt. And Josh is going to beat in. Oh, there's a Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, and that's just attempting a trade.
Yep, and they trade right there. Now Josh is going to follow it up with the 2/1 Intimidate guy, the guy that we've been talking about. We don't like it. Maybe he will prove us wrong. It is Intimidate, kind of tough to block, and Josh is an aggressive deck.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Porcelain Legionnaire is not only a white creature,
but it's also an artifact.
Yeah, there's white and artifact. So it's kind of crazy. All right, Kurt follows that up with what card is that?
That's a Porcelain Legionnaire.
It's not a Porcelain Legionnaire. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. The glare is overbearing right there. So Josh hits his 6th land. I guess maybe Josh is saving his Bloodline Keeper for when he has 7 mana, so he can play around the Mana Leak. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's almost certainly what he's doing here. He's, I mean, when you're playing against one of these blue decks and they're not doing anything for the first few turns, like, it's not like they kept a hand that was just all lands.
Yeah.
So you're really kind of forced to play around those cards.
Okay. I think Kurt's in a great position in this game.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Mana Leaks, he's got a Snapcaster, he's as many lands as he needs pretty much.
Yeah, he has a First Striker to block and Intimidate guys.
Yeah, exactly. So this is crazy. This is great that we're at the SCG Open. Dark Ascension, we're seeing a lot of new decks. People are trying out new things. Pretty much anything goes. And that's what you like to see in Magic. You like when things get, you know, shaken up a bit. Yep, exactly.
It makes for interesting gameplay.
Yeah, for sure. So Kurt decides to shuffle away his Vapor Snag, another Mana Leak in a land. He's probably searching for maybe a Sword of War and Peace, or maybe a Grand Architect. I'm not sure exactly what he's searching for, but he didn't like that, so he decided to shuffle them away.
And that seems fine. I mean, a lot of the time you're just kind of getting the extra card, you're Silver Gull adapting.
Yep. All right, so we're currently recording. We're not streaming. We're having major issues, so you're probably watching this not live.
Yeah,
Somewhat live. You're probably watching this on the replays.
So here Josh can attempt to cast the Bloodline Keeper and have mana to pay for the mana leak.
There's the Bloodline Keeper. And Kurt's thinking, wow, maybe I shouldn't have cast that Snapcaster. Do you think he's thinking that or no? Because that Bloodline Keeper could just take over the game right here.
Oh yeah, I mean, that thing starts really ruining somebody's day.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so what do you think Kurt's trying to do here?
I mean, he needs a Vapor Snag, I think.
Why was Josh moving that Bloodline Keeper? Did he think it was like a Fiend Hunter or something? Or an Oblivion Ring?
Yeah, I mean, he probably assumed that
It's like an
his
O-ring?
opponent had something to deal with this Bloodline Keeper.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't. So
No, he's not.
Yeah. I mean, he's going for the equip.
Yeah, and I think Josh is probably going to respond here with a Brimstone Volley on the token.
Yep. The exact play that you say, Jake, he makes. There's a Delver, yeah.
I'm some type of seer,
Dude,
you know.
This is insane. Just like a couple of turns ago, if like Kurt just didn't tap out and he had double mana leak, like I don't think Josh could have really won this game.
Oh, probably not. I mean, he could have never resolved that Bloodline Keeper.
Yeah, it's only Bloodline Keeper. I mean, Josh's hand is like land and something else. I'm not sure what this something else is. Yeah, it's just a ghoul. You know? It's maybe Kurt just didn't think like the I'm not really too sure. But now I think he's gonna lose this Bloodline Keeper. Unless he draws out of it. It just shows you how powerful one card is. Look how powerful Bloodline Keeper is. Josh is playing all cards that do nothing and a Bloodline Keeper. Like if Josh had to lose all his other creatures, he would still be in fine shape this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, card kind of takes over the game.
All right. So I feel like Josh is just gonna
Eat this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Just tap Bloodline Keeper, prevent lots of damage. And the mana leaks in Kurt's hands they're probably gonna be dead now. So Josh will untap. Josh is probably looking for something good here. Probably an Olivia is his best draw, I would say.
Yeah, anything that
maybe
costs 5 or less.
Yeah, maybe a second Bloodline Keeper.
Even a removal spell for that Porcelain Legionnaire would make his hand a lot better because it would just allow him to start bashing with his Intimidate guys.
Yeah, now I want to play Bloodline Keeper at the Pro Tour. I want to play Liliana, Sorin, Bloodline Keeper, Midnight Souls.
Lingering Souls?
Yeah, Lingering Souls, yep.
Yeah. And then just play dominant removal spells?
I play what?
Some discard spells, some removal spells?
Maybe. Discard's pretty good. I think Distress is good.
I mean, you win with discard spells when other people can't, so...
Bloodline Keeper just seems insane, though. Alright, so Kurt's gonna... He's waiting for Josh. He's got a second sword that he's looking to equip. I don't know what.
And here we're seeing just how strong the swords are.
Yeah.
And those swords also have a great interaction with Grand Architect. You can just tap the Grand Architect to equip the swords.
Yeah.
You can use it to ramp your swords out for a sword equip play on turn 4, things like that.
So now maybe the game shifted back into Kurt's favor with the second sword. So he's got 2 flyers coming in now.
I think Josh is probably just going to eat all of that damage, right? And the next turn he can double block and...
Yeah. Alright. Kurt passes the turn. Josh makes a token.
Yeah.
Wait, so Kurt's... Kirk gained how much life? We didn't get it updated yet, but
I believe he had
he gained 6 life. Does that seem right?
8.
No, 10. No, yeah, 8. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he gained 8
He
life.
had 4 cards in his hand.
Yeah.
Now, Josh in the tank a bit here.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh is in a world of hurt now. There's a reassembling skeleton.
Not really what you want in this spot.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that this game could have gone differently for Josh if instead of responding by Brimstone volleying the creature that was getting equipped with that sword the first turn, if he had just killed the Porcelain Legionnaire and started attacking with his Intimidate guys?
Yeah, that's definitely an option. Not too sure what was his best play there. It's all in hindsight now. Kurt's sitting on a handful of mana leaks, although he really can't mana leak anything.
No. Josh doesn't have lands in play now, or those mana leaks are just about dead.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter. Moorland Haunt in conjunction with these swords is going to be a really big game.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so Josh decides to chump block with a giant Delver.
And that Delver is dragon-sized.
Yep.
A 7/6 flying, protection from red, protection from white.
Passes a turn. Josh makes another vampire.
And what did Josh top deck here?
I'm not sure. It looked like a spell though, so it gives him a little bit of hope.
I think it was probably a land, to be honest. Nope. It was
Gravecrawler. Yeah, see, the problem playing with cards like Gravecrawler and Ghoul is just when it gets to this point of the game, they don't do anything. You know, it's just a very underpowered card. They're good when they come out quick, but when the game goes long, it's just not really what you want to be doing.
But Josh taking that one hit from the sorted creatures allows him to have that one token in play. And that's going to make a pretty big difference against Kurt, because now Kurt's going to have to double sword up that Insectile Abomination every time he wants to get into the red zone, and then Josh can just chump it with one guy. Because if Kurt decides to split his swords up, then Josh can just double block the Delver, and then Josh, again, like in a commanding lead.
Exactly. Great call, Jake. All right, so bashes in again. We see the same result. There's another Delver. And he'll move the sword over to the 3/3. All right, Josh draws.
And did Josh get an Olivia?
Is that what he got?
I don't know.
If he got an Olivia, Kurt might be kicking himself for moving those swords around a bit too much. Oh no, it's just a messenger.
Just the Giraffe's messenger.
Doesn't really do much here either.
Huh? It's just Giraffe's messenger.
Yeah, these cards just aren't
A
powerful
Mortar Pod
enough.
would be really good. I mean, Josh really is missing a lot of the pieces that make his deck awesome. Like he has Gravecrawler in play with a ton of mana. A Mortar Pod would
be excellent, although he's playing 2 Mortar Pods. And the zombie deck that I built had 3. But on
the zombie deck I built has 4.
But on the other hand, my zombie deck
so
was
good with Gravecrawlers.
Yeah, but my
messenger.
Yeah, my zombie deck was pretty bad though.
Yeah, so is mine.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know. Maybe zombies just isn't where you want to be. Yes, Josh still in trouble. Now, just imagine if all those zombies were actually vampires. The game would be well over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that.
Super size.
Yeah, so maybe if you're if you're playing zombies, if you're playing Bloodline Keeper, maybe you want to go like one route. Maybe you just want to go vampires. Might not be enough good vampires though.
You're Stromkirk Noble.
Yeah,
that's good.
But that's about it. It's the count on good vampires runs pretty low. There's the 3-mana 2/2 vampire from M12, where it's like an artifact. When it comes into play, you name like a creature type. It's like and all your all vampires get +1/+1.
Oh, Adaptive Automaton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the game's pretty much
The robot vampire.
yeah. Oh, there's a Grand Architect that Kurt played last turn.
That's pretty good.
I was talking about vampires so much that I missed it. I was like, I love vampires, vampires. All right, so the Messenger's gonna attack. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, and I mean, Kurt's just gonna eat it, right? He's just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually trading.
He decides to trade.
He can just block it with his first striker.
Why do you think that he decided to put a Snapcaster in his yard? Because he wants another Spirit token?
One would assume so, right?
Yeah, that makes
He
good
wants
sense.
another thing that flies.
Yeah. All right, so there's another Messenger. That's crazy. That really is. All the messengers.
All of them.
Don't shoot the messenger, right? Is that what they say? Only the messenger. One of the
That's something we can say a lot now.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. One of the
And it's pretty much wrong to do it most of the time, right?
Yeah. All right,
Now, Kurt's at 14 now.
yeah, I mean,
For those of you keeping track of that sort of thing.
yeah, it's just honestly, it's Kurt's board is even though Josh's board, he's top decking, reasonably well, drawing some creatures to clog up the board even more.
He's just not trying the cards that matter.
Yeah, still has nothing to really push through.
Yeah, but there are a lot of cards that matter. Like a Gut Shot matters. A Brimstone Volley, an Arc Trail, a Mortar Pod. A Sword of His Own would be huge.
All right. So the Insect Abomination, is that what you call it?
Insectile Aberration or
Yep.
Abomination.
Well, the Delver, the Flip Delver, gets chumped once again.
Human Insect, Jeff Goldblum himself.
And there's going to be some moving around of the equipment. And I think Kurt will probably pass the turn now with Double Mana Leak.
Yeah. And Double Mana Leak's actually good enough to counter a top decked Olivia.
Yep. That's definitely true. I feel like this game's taking a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good game.
Yeah.
It's but Bloodline Keeper is just holding this huge board of multiple swords and an endless stream of flyers, just completely held at bay by one Bloodline Keeper.
Yeah, Bloodline Keeper is a really, really strong card.
And Kurt probably just wants to throw
Oh,
it. Ooh,
wow. Arc Trail. Wow. Wow.
See, so he's going to have to 2 the Porcelain Legionnaire and deal 1 to Kurt, because if he had decided to just do 1 to the Porcelain Legionnaire, Kurt could have used the Grand Architect's activated ability to turn it into a blue creature, and then it would have been a 4/2. So Kurt's just going to drop to 11 there, and then Josh is going to be able to bash in with some Intimidate creatures. And I mean, there's no way Kurt's blocking.
Wow, dude, Josh might win the game now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Josh wins the game now.
Why didn't Kurt put the sword on the Legionnaire?
It's a good question.
Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah, especially with Josh having multiple Intimidate creatures in play.
Like, because
It also gives protection from red.
was he afraid that like he was going to attack with a 2/2 flyer? I don't know. I mean, he could have moved both the swords too, right? Like, why wouldn't he move both swords? That the Flip Delver is a 4/3, so even if you if all the swords were gone, it still wouldn't have died. You know what I'm saying? And like, he didn't hold a double Mana Leak the whole entire time, and now is he to hold a double Mana Leak when his opponent has like 9 lands in play? I think Kurt's gonna lose now.
He has a probe. You can draw like a Vapor Snag here and just win.
Yeah, I don't know. This is still early in the day for everyone.
Yeah. Again, Vapor Snag, I mean, you can just ponder into a Vapor Snag and the game's over. Yep, there it is, Vapor Snag.
Vapor Snag.
He wins. Man, and that was so exciting, too.
Wait, how does he win?
He gets... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he
I'm
doesn't,
sorry,
he doesn't win.
With that number of flyers and Grand Architect, really?
Yeah, I don't think he wins.
He just waits for Josh to make a guy, and then he vapor snags it. Yeah, that's lethal. Both of the 1/1s are 3/3s because they have swords.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wow,
and then the insects are 4/3s. Yeah. She's making me doubt my math and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You're right, Jake.
Yeah.
Just a crazy game back and forth.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even exact C's. She's 1 over.
Yeah.
Could have been an unsummon. Still kill him.
A top deck vapor snag. Yeah, I think Kurt still should have moved that equipment. I don't like that play there. Yeah. But it happens, and now they're going to go to sideboard. So what do you think they're going to board in? I think Josh is going to board in definitely his Manic Vandals. He's got 3 Manic Vandals. He definitely wants those.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about Ratchet Bomb? Is it bring him in? Probably, right? Kill the flipped Elvers.
Yeah, I mean, it flips Elvers, kills the tokens.
Right.
He brings those in. I'm surprised he doesn't have any extra mortar pods in his sideboard. I would have liked to have seen those.
Yeah.
Kurt has access to Revoke Existence, which he may want. He may not know that Josh has access to swords in his deck, though.
Okay.
Kurt also has an extra Mental Misstep, which he's probably going to bring in here. He has Celestial Purge, which is definitely coming in. And he has Timely Reinforcements, which are also definitely coming in. So there's a lot of cards. That's like 6 cards that have to come in, and then a bunch of other cards that he may or may not want.
Yeah, I definitely could feel you there, Jake.
Something interesting about Kurt's deck, he's playing a main deck Revoke Existence. I think he may have expected a lot of sort of Worm Piece happening here.
And even though there's only one, you know, he has ways to find it with Ponder, and he has ways to reuse it with Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this deck? We don't see any new cards. He has no new cards in his entire 75.
Yeah, he's new card free. I mean, his deck has new cards in a weird sense. You know what I mean? He's playing a full 4 Sword of War and Peace. That's not something you really saw previous to Dark Ascension. And because he's playing that many Sword of War and Peace, then he's added Grand Architect to his deck, and he's using that with Porcelain Legionnaire. And you know, his deck is different.
Okay,
but
he's only playing 2 Geists. What do you think about that?
That seems fine.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if Geist is as good as it was.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like now people are Strangleroot Geist. You know? And like people are gonna be playing Dungrove Elders.
So you think
people have like a whole bunch of like 2/2 zombies.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Geist isn't what Geist used to be.
Yeah, I definitely could agree with you. Maybe Geist will see a lot less play in Type 2 now. Which might be good for some of the control decks, because they don't have to worry about, you know, having to kill an untargetable guy.